Alright folks, welcome back with me, Phil2Real, and we're going to be playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles, with Knuckles this time. I had just gotten done finishing, playing Sonic 3 and editing all that good stuff, and I decided, you know what, for shits and giggles, let's go ahead and play with Knuckles, because Knuckles has a different campaign, you could say, or story. And I have never played the Knuckles, storyline on the anniversary collection, so I'm curious on what little visual stuff and like intro and outros they have for Knuckles in this. So anyways, speaking of Knuckles, there's my boy, and let's go ahead and do anniversary mode, and let's go ahead and start. And I'm very excited for this, because Knuckles, I can say a lot of things about him, but one thing I will say, I don't there's a lot of good things I can say about him, but to put it lightly, he's not my favorite of the original three. I mean, I would argue, I guess Tails has his own like different thing he can do because of his flying abilities, but I've always been more of a Sonic and Tails person, honestly. But I'll go ahead and play as Knuckles, and then I'll talk a little bit about some of his stuff, because his routes are different for a lot of the Sonic 3 levels. I'm trying to think of the Sonic and Knuckles portions. There's some differences. Let's go and get started with Knuckles. Oh, well, everything's gone. It's all peaceful on the Angel Island and everything, and there's a fucking bomb that gets dropped. No! And let me move my mouse cursor for one thing, and it looks like a rogue Eggrobo has decided to freaking troll Knuckles. Now, canonically, Knuckles' campaign actually occurs after Sonic and Tails' campaign. So, one thing to note, and I don't know if they've done it in here, because I've seen like ROM hacks of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. One of them that comes to mind is Sonic and Knuckles Complete or something like that. And I remember noticing that, you know, Angel Island is floating in that particular version, because the Death Egg's already destroyed. It's not on Angel Island weighing it down and all that good stuff. So it takes place after Sonic and Tails' adventure. So it's very interesting, because Eggman's technically not supposed to be on this island no more. I mean, I'm sure he's getting ready to prepare for Sonic 4 or Sonic Adventure 1, that sort of stuff. But I'm very curious to see what they do visually to Angel Island and some of the scenes that take place before and after the zones. I'm just very curious. But Knuckles, and I'm not going to talk very much about the special stages because I already did that in my Sonic and Tails portion. But Knuckles, there's a lot of things about Knuckles that are going to be different than Sonic. He doesn't jump nearly as high as Sonic. He can just walk into into walls that can be destroyed, and in some walls, in Sonic's case, that he couldn't destroy, Knuckles can destroy. So he has a more adventure-centric playthrough in a way, because he goes through different routes. And I remember playing Sonic and Knuckles, or Sonic by Knuckles by myself, because by then my older brother had already moved out of the house and everything. So basically, I played Knuckles all by myself. So I figured out a lot of stuff with Knuckles by myself, and I gotta say, that was a kind of trip and a half, because I was so used to having my older brother to help me. But figuring this out by myself, it really as a kid, it really made my self-esteem go up in video games, because at a young age, I really just sucked at video games, and my older brother just oh Jesus Christ, my brother heard that, I'm sure, and just put that juju in the universe. But yeah, as a kid, I absolutely sucked at video games, and my older brother basically carried my freaking ass throughout all the video games. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and climb up here, and this is one thing I wanted to show off. Knuckles can climb up walls, which adds to his exploration factor of his storyline. So he can glide, he can climb up walls, he doesn't jump as high, and he can walk through destructible walls. So that is something that is unique to Knuckles, and because of those factors, he has to go through certain pathways. Because in some cases, he's going to have to fight different bosses or no bosses in some zones because of the height disadvantage he has over Sonic, or the height disadvantage Sonic has. Anyways, you know what I'm trying to say. He jumps slightly lower than Sonic, but that height difference is all that matters. And sometimes his wall climbing abilities is not enough to get him through. And in some cases, I would say some of the bosses are a little bit harder with Knuckles than with Sonic and memory serves. But that is if memory serves me very well, because it's been a long freaking time since I played with Knuckles. Knuckles is the first character I beat Sonic 3 with. Sonic 3 and Knuckles with. But I do remember thinking to myself, man, he's a little bit more harder. But I would say the last one I played with Knuckles, I was probably like in high school. And high school for me, Jesus, that was 20 plus years ago almost for me. But, oh man, just get nostalgic playing this. Let's go and get through this. Whoop! We got our second Chaos Emerald. And Angel Island is going to be actually the first zone we are going to see a divergent path from Sonic's path. Knuckles got a Chaos Emerald. Even his screen, his scoreboard screen is a lot different. Because he's red, his name has to be in red. And if I remember right, Sonic's tally screen for an emerald was not green, I don't think. I don't exactly remember. Alright, but Angel Island, Zone 1. And I'll do my best to kind of explore a little bit. Not too much, but just enough. So here, let's go this way, let's go this way. We go that way. And we're going to get our very first divergent path right here. So another thing with Knuckles is he cannot use the shields like Sonic. He does get the passives of the shields, like for example, the electric shield will attract the rings. But here you can see I broke through that wall. But with Knuckles, there is no way I can get up there because he has a gimped jump. So no way I can get up there. So we're going to go this lower path and we're going to fight the boss on the lower route. And what I was kind of hoping, actually, is I was kind of hoping... I got stuck right there. Okay, good. That boss fight lasted more than a little bit longer than my Sonic run. What I was kind of hoping is there's a different melody for Knuckles in the original version when Sonic and Knuckles was attached to Sonic 3, and I was kind of hoping Knuckles' theme would be that theme in his campaign. But it doesn't seem to be that case. So he kind of goes in the underground portions of Angel Island, and you can see here it's very different. There's a lot more dangers here, and to memory serves, I don't think that there is a big ring here. Now, if I was really if I really wanted to cheese this, I guess I could pull up a map of Angel Island on my phone to kind of see if there is, but I'm just going to play this. It's not difficult to get all the Chaos Emeralds. I would say like 50% of Knuckles' path in this game at least is the same as Sonic's. This is the big divergent part of Sonic and Knuckles' playthrough. Let's go this way. And because it's very different, you have to rely on Knuckles' abilities like climbing, gliding, all that stuff. Let's go this way. I'd say this way, but I was supposed to go the other way. But I just want to get those rings. Let's go this way. Go to another one. I'm up here. I know I was thinking that there was going to be a ring on the left, but they journey on the right. Let's go down real quick. Nothing down here. Instead, I just want to explore, because exploring is really going to be very vital for Knuckles. Whee! Okay, nothing here. So you see, I can't climb up there, and I can't jump really high, so I'm going to have to just follow the path they're trying to force me to go in. And Knuckles may not always break through some walls, he'll still have, or some obstacles, he'll still have to spin dash, like one of those boulders that was just, man, I'm getting very unlucky with it. Jesus, man. Give me this. You know, I want the electric shield. Screw that. I don't think we're going to get any water in this section. I could be wrong. Okay, let's go this way. Let's go down just a little bit. And that's a nice way to kind of scale down some very vertical shafts. See if there's any bottomless pits there, but it's been a very long time since I played as Knuckles. Obviously, because I'm playing very, very, very conservatively. Oh man, we're at the boss fight. Jesus, man, that was very, very simple. What's this? The Eggrobo's here. I would not recommend doing that. I was thinking to myself, oh man, I'm probably gonna die. And it seems like he has like more shots for his thing. And the Eggrobo is going to take the place of Robonik. And but he has different patterns. I think he shot more fireballs and a lot more quicker. Now, the transition screens, remember when we played as Sonic, Knuckles was the one who kind of like threw traps and made him go into different parts of Angel Island. Knuckles just straight up goes through some of it like that. He just jumps off the bridge and go into Hydro City. And he doesn't like panic like he with Sonic. Now we're gonna glide over here because Knuckles can actually take a higher pathway, and Tails can actually take this pathway too. Okay, let's just go ahead and use the arm. Whee! So this way, and we will get on the higher path right here. Let's see. Was there a? Nope, there wasn't a ring right there. Let's go this way. Whee! Hopefully we won't get more ass blasters. Oh shit, there was one down there, wasn't there? And I screwed that up. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. That's okay. We'll find some more. Okay, and I think we already entered the path like where we would normally be with Sonic and Tails. Whee! And Sonic, Knuckles still has the spin dash. Jesus, you're going too fast, Knuckles! No, you're not getting me with that, sir. There's no way I'm going to make that unless I do this. There we go. These gimp jumps, I gotta rely on these platforms. There we go. Try to stay on the upper path, if possible. I want to make my path, my run, just be a little bit more different. Let's go here and get a ring. We get our third one. Get the blue spheres. Alright. And then what else can I talk about? What else can I talk about the glorious Knuckles run through? We will be, I think in Hydro City Zone, the alternate pathway that Knuckles is going to take is at the very end. The very end, the different branching point is where I want to say, yeah, because Knuckles ends up hitting the switch to make Sonic and Tails go way deeper into Angel Island, and there was that wall that separated. I think that's the wall that you break through with Knuckles, I believe. Yes, if memory serves, that's where it is. And when I say it's been a long time, folks, I mean it's been a long time. I mean, he plays very much like Sonic, minus a few key things. But it's just some of the different pathways I don't remember very well. I mean, 20 plus years. I mean, muscle memory will probably help me, but it's been a minute. It's been a freaking minute. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Let's grab this. And Sonic. Jesus Christ, man! I'm not freaking like 10 years old. It's Red Sonic, bro. It's Red Sonic. No, it's freaking Knuckles, Phil. Anyways, Knuckles does have super form and hyper form, so that's going to be a nice little thing to show off in this. And Tails, I believe, also. I believe Tails does have a super form. If they didn't, then I know for a fact he has a hyper form. And that hyper form, if I remember, has he summons like flickies, and the flickies actually go and attacks. I mean, he just summons like his own version of Pokemon, which are going to be flickies, and you're like, go, Flicky Army, go! I guess it's like a Flicky Brigade, I don't know, but it was pretty cool. I don't know, maybe someday, maybe I'll do a Tails run through, but it'd probably just be that'd be far in the future. I don't want to play 3 run-throughs of Sonic 3. I love this game to death, but there's other games I want to play for the channel. Oh, geez, I didn't think I was going to hit that. And see, Knuckles can't jump that high. But he can jump high enough to just barely hit that sub-boss. What would have been cool is we had different sub-bosses for Knuckles. But I can live with this. They only had like so many gigabits of cartridge space to work with, so I can forgive it. And something I forgot to say, Knuckles' sprite for the 3D sections of the special stages. Oh man, Hydra City Act 2 zone. He looks like he has a flat top on top of his head. Like it's just straight like 90 degrees of flatness like on his head. Okay, let's go this way. This way, and then we can just walk right through this, which is very nice. Like that, go down here, go down this way, go down this way. And I always wonder like if that logo for the boxes or that image is like commonplace like in like Sonic's world, because we saw it in Labyrinth Zone. And we see that here. I think no, I'm not gonna fall for that again. I don't know if there was a imagery like that in Sonic 2. Something to think about. I wonder if that image is special in this world. I never really thought about it. Oh fuck! Shark torpedoes and Ass Blaster. The Ass Blaster 5000. All right, let's go this way. And get some late night Sonic shenanigans for this channel. I say late night. Well, for me, it's a late night. I'm an old fool now. It's like currently almost like 1 o'clock. Old man, you still playing video games? Yeah, no. For me, this is late, but you know what? Why not? I'm in the mood. I got some time. Let's play some Sonic 3 with Knuckles. Actually, let's do this. No, let me go down because I don't get to do this very often. Let's go up here. There's a very handful of times I've actually gotten that. Now I can say I've gotten a handful +1 times. Let's go up here. These rings. Spin dash down here. Let's build that speed up. I like his new little sprite animation. I mean, I think his original sprite animation for that was very staticky. It wasn't very animated. It was very static. It didn't really move or change. And I'm still used to that. I'm still used to that. I forget Knuckles can use jet, but when you spin dash, you do move faster. So let's go this way. Let's grab this. This way, we get this ring. And that will be special stage 4. Let's go ahead and go around. Grab these because these suck. I hate these so much. There we go. And then let's go in the middle. Let's knock out all this right here. One thing I will say, I've been watching, and it's just kind of like stall so I get to the level again. Just off random conversation. I guess this playthrough I'm just do random conversation along with Sonic 3 and Knuckles as a Knuckles playthrough. But the other thing I've been thinking about doing, and God help me, man. Oh man, I've been looking up because I've played Phantasy Star 1 and the Sega Ages collections on my Switch, and that was an experience because that is a very old 8-bit Sega Master System game, which, I mean, okay, it had like the experience booster on there, and then like speed, and I guess like an easy mode or whatever. I beat it, and it was a pretty challenging game because it's a very old-esque RPG game. They don't really tell you very much where to go, and of course after that I dove right into Phantasy Star 2, and that game was, I gotta say, it was a shit show for me. And I've talked about Phantasy Star and how I would never play that game for the channel, but I've heard good things about Phantasy Star 4, where it's like the crown gem of Sega's sci-fi RPG series. And then I've heard mixed things about Phantasy Star 3, and honestly, Phantasy Star 2 left such a not a bad taste in my mouth. I did enjoy the story, but I just did not engage. I just didn't enjoy. I didn't enjoy how, I guess, these spells were translated, and some of the characters. I guess really I'm just spoiled by Final Fantasy and later games, but I just wasn't as into it. And then because I wasn't into it, I kind of was having to force myself to play it. But I've heard that Phantasy Star 4 really set the bar a lot higher for the series, and that is actually end of the series, or at least that storyline. But what do y'all think? Is Phantasy Star 4 worth going back and playing? Because I do have access to it, but I just don't want to play it because of Phantasy Star 2. And I don't really have an interest in playing Phantasy Star 3 if it's mixed. But I don't know, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Should I go back in my spare time and play it? And when I say spare time, I would have to have absolutely nothing else left to play. Because right now, I'm playing Trails Through Daybreak, and that right there is very fun for me. Or not Trails Through Daybreak, Trails Through... Nah, I'm not going to die again. Trails Beyond the Horizon. And so far, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the return of Reen and, unfortunately, Kevin, because I don't really like Kevin that much. But, I mean, in my opinion, might change on him in this game. But it's just very nice to see Reen back, even though Reen is most definitely whoever, is it Kondo? I forget, is it Koji Kondo? The maker of, or the owner of Falcom, or the CEO of Falcom. Like, it seems like Reen's his boy, and I don't hate that because I like Reen as much as he probably gets shit on by people because he's like in more than half the games, I think, now, or at least half the games. But anyways, I imagine after I play that, I'll probably have a different RPG I want to play. Maybe not record, but in my own time. But I'm thinking about going back and playing Phantasy Star 4. But let me know what you think. Or is Phantasy Star 3 actually worth playing? But anyways, enough of that. Let's go back to Sonic. I've been rambling. And that's probably what I'm going to be doing for most of this playthrough. This is kind of like a bonus playthrough because I don't think this playthrough is going to be super duper long in comparison to some of my other playthroughs. Especially, well, I guess Sonic 3 is a lot longer than, say, Sonic 1 and 2. But Knuckles' playthrough is not as long as Sonic's is. He's missing some zones and he doesn't have to do certain boss fights. But with that, we got our fourth Chaos Emerald. Yes, the gray one. The mystery flavored gusher. I guess where most of the padding for this game, this playthrough is going to be is like the actual emeralds. I'm half tempted to like just edit them out because I've played them before, but they make for a good section of just to talk and chill with y'all. So let's go ahead and keep going. Yeah, almost died right there. Almost jumped. So if memory serves, which I hope it does, we gotta go through here before we do this, and we are in a we're in an entirely new section, which kind of almost looks the same. Just keep doing this pattern going up with these spinning platforms. Ugh. Let's go this way. At least Knuckles has the benefit of doing this. He doesn't have to wait for Sonic. Now here, let's go ahead and glide over this. And while we can do that right here, we're gonna have to do something different right here. We cannot make it right here, so we gotta jump and glide. Now I probably could have timed that a little bit better, but that's okay. Just slowly go down. Wait! Hold! There we go. Now Knuckles, of course, remember, he has a Gimp jump, so he's going to have to fight this boss a little bit different. I like how the Eggrobo is like repurposing Eggman's thing. Now he doesn't go down when he does the water spout, so we can't rely on that. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's jump on this, and then we get one hit, and then we got to rely on this stuff. Jump. Ah, crap. I could have done better. There we go. Ooh, no! Oh, shit! No, I could have had him. I think I got one more hit. Like I said, his boss fights are a little bit more difficult because of certain quirks this Eggrobo does. That's it. He's beaten. Let's continue on. I wonder if he's gonna get shot straight out into the ceiling like Sonic, or in like the original one, or he's just gonna run right out, or something happens. He punches the ground and make a water spout. Nope, it's gonna happen again. Whee!